Hello and welcome to John's Author Diary for the week ending July the 18th, 2021. I've had a busy week. I think I say that every time, don't I? I've been getting everything wrapped up with the Black Death series. I call it a series, it's basically a novel and a spin off. So, did Black Death Survival, got that wrapped up, sent to the editor. Woohoo! Also managed to get Black Death London done. So this is a novella, it's a spin-off. I really enjoyed rereading this. It did send a bit of a chill up my spine when I realised not necessarily how kind of close to reality it is, but the fact that there are a lot of parallels with what happened with COVID, unfortunately. So I did get a cover made for Black Death London. So I've got that back now. Really like it. It was basically a pre-made cover, so it wasn't like the usual custom covers that I get, but it did the trick. It was exactly what I wanted. So post-apocalyptic, has image of London in the background, perfect. So that is good. I think what I'll do is wait for that to get back from the editor. As soon as it is back, people on my mailing list who are already there will get the story, and then I'll set up a thing probably on places like Story Origin where you'll be able to get it if you're not already on there. So last weekend I went to visit my sister-in-law near Barnsley. So nephew and brother-in-law were there as well. We went to the zoo, had lots of fun. And then on the Sunday, I caught up with some indie author friends in Sheffield. So I can't tell you how much I have missed doing normal things like going to a zoo or meeting friends in cafes and shooting the breeze. It's great. So I hope that over the coming months I'll be able to do more of that. Have a social life and see friends and yeah, just have a bit of normality. That'd be wonderful. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Fingers are crossed, but I also at the same time don't hold my breath that the so-called end of the lockdown things will actually be the end of them. So in terms of reading, I read Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, which is book one in the Greece series. I've been recommended her books so many times. I think there's one called Six of Crows that I've been recommended several times. So I'm going through the series. It's YA fantasy in the same vein as Sarah J. Maas. Good story. So far, so good. And I am on to book two. So, yeah, good story, well told. That's all I can say. It's not like the most mind blowing thing I've ever read, but it's enjoyable. The characters are well developed. So, yeah, enjoying that. Also, reread a book for writers called Save the Cat by Blake Snyder and a follow up called Save the Cat Goes to the Movies. Now, these are books written for screenwriters, they're about story structure. When I was first learning how to write, this is the first book that I read. The Save the Cat book is the first one that I read that really resonated with me. It made me understand story structure, and I just got it from this. So I'm just kind of what would you say, reorienting myself with this book, with some of the ideas in it, reconnecting with the Save the Cat method. It's really helped me. And as I'm planning this next series, well, the Crucible Shadow stuff anyway, the next book in that series, that is going to be really helpful. So after that, my wife and son, they're about to break up for the 6 weeks holiday. So I'll be doing bits of work here and there when I can, but I'm prioritizing the dad stuff. So next week as well, I've got my second COVID jab booked. So I've put aside a couple of days where I expect to be ill again. But I know it's not what I know it's exactly what needs to be done. We all need to get our jabs if we can and hopefully get past this pandemic. So last time I mentioned the fact that I was getting a COVID jab and I had a bad reaction to it. I got a load of warnings slapped on, so I'm sure that'll happen again. But I'll just come on here and tell the truth. So whatever. My plan is to go back to Crucible of Shadows and come up with ideas for other books in the series. I still don't know yet how long the series is going to be. I know it's going to be at least 3 books, and there's a possibility that it could be one of these series like the Vlad Tetlos series by Stephen Bruce, which is just, it could be 9 books, could be 11, who knows. I like the idea of having that flexibility at the moment, but I do really like the characters and I really like the world, really like the story. So we'll just see how that goes. I've got the broad strokes done for book 2, and I'll probably start transferring these ideas to index cards so I can kind of see them as a whole and realize there's a whole bunch of gaps and plot holes that need to be filling in, which is what usually happens. I usually think, yeah, I've got these great ideas, it's there, it's done, and then when I actually get into the meat of it, it's like, oh no, I've got a whole section here that's got nothing. So that's what happened with, I think, every book that I've written. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. My aim is to have that outline done over the next few weeks. I want to get ideally solid outlines done for books 2 and 3 by the end of August, so I can start writing them in September. So that's the plan. Hopefully it'll work. We don't know what the world's going to be like, but this is with everything else being equal. So until next time, cheerio.